In this week's video, I want to talk to you about the language we use and the impact that that can have unwittingly sometimes on the people around us. This week we had World Mental Health Day, and once again I re-promoted my blog about how I think proofreading is not about having OCD. Have you ever said to somebody, "Oh my goodness, I'm so OCD about that," when you're talking about having your photographs straight on a shelf, or having your CDs in alphabetical order, or making sure that everything's neat and tidy in your house? If you have, I want you to consider that really carefully. Do you actually know what OCD is? Because the chances are that you've used this phrase in a way that lots of people seem to be doing now. Using it to mean that you're precise about certain things, that you like things to be a certain way, that you have attention to detail. What you probably don't have is obsessive-compulsive disorder. As an editor, there are certain qualities that I have to have, such as being precise, having attention to detail, being very thorough in my approach to something, and liking consistency in order, as referring to a piece of work, a piece of writing or text. That doesn't mean that I have OCD about punctuation or grammar or the right word choice. What it means is that I have the right character traits to do my job well. And every time somebody uses OCD incorrectly in that context, you're playing down the effect that this mental illness has on the people who are actually diagnosed with it. Although I don't have OCD myself, I do have several close family and friends who have been diagnosed and take steps every day to have to deal with the obsessive thoughts and the compulsive actions that are part and parcel of this disease. They take medication, they seek therapy and counselling, and they do everything they can to minimise the effect that it has on their day-to-day lives. They certainly don't see it as a positive trait to talk to people about and boast about. In fact, they go to great lengths to hide it. So if you think now that you perhaps might have been guilty of saying, "Oh, I'm OCD about that," I'm asking you to please think again about the language choices that you make, particularly in relation to mental health. OCD is a terrible disorder for somebody to have to live with, and it belittles it if people talk about it in a flippant, unthinking way. I know that you certainly don't mean to diminish somebody else's suffering or challenges, but it's when we use language like that without thinking that we can do the most hurt and damage. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about what OCD is, there are lots of resources out there available for you, and I'll put the links to them in the description below. And if you'd like to read the blog that I've written about this in a bit more detail, then again, the link is in the description below. If you do have OCD and you're watching this, I really hope that you're getting the help that you need for it, because I have seen the difference that it makes when somebody gets the right treatment. Thanks very much for listening to me on this personal subject today. If you'd like to hear more general chat about writing and editing, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on other social media platforms. See you soon.